Okay.
You don't want a picture of yourself. No, not this morning. I mean, I'm good looking, but okay. So what are y'all up to this morning?
Ah.
Huh?
What's that?
What are you, Logan, up to this morning?
Nothing. Good morning, Sonia. Sorry, I'm getting myself together here. We're not up to nothing. Good morning. Okay. We're not up. Quilting services. You can come talk. You can come talk this morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, we got 3 people watching. I can't tell, but we got 3 people. So wait. Okay. Oh, and the phone's ringing. Okay. Good morning. I'm Valerie here at Loretta Stitch and Stuff. For those of you that are watching on YouTube, welcome. If this is your first time with us, thank you so much for joining us. If you are watching on YouTube, make sure you hit subscribe and like. It'll help us get more videos out. I know this is not optimal, but we're still working on that multi-streaming, so we'll go from there. But anyhow, we just meet on Wednesdays and we talk about all things Loretta's. And so right now we're gonna have Loretta come and
You definitely don't have it.
come and tell us. Come and tell us. This is
Good
Loretta.
morning.
If this is your first time with us, this is Loretta. And Loretta's going to tell us about how long our quilting services are going.
Well, our quilting services are going very, very well. I had been quilting by myself because Miss Valerie has been out and hasn't been able to help in that way, but that's okay. And I'm a little slower. So we are about 4 weeks out on quilting services. But I think everything's going very, very well. And we thank you for using us here at Loretta's Stitch and Stuff this morning. I love my customers. Thank y'all for coming in and visiting with us when you do come in. And we do miss you when you don't come.
Look, there's our outro right there. You just did our outro. I don't have to say nothing else. No, I'm just kidding.
Not quite.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so that's our quilting services. So I'm still hobbling around here on my scooter, guys. I'm still no weight bearing, so no sewing for me, no dancing, no nothing. On my birthday was this past weekend, and I went over to Mom's, and I sat at the kitchen table and had dinner like a normal human being. And I rested my foot on the ground, and boy, I paid for that big time. Yeah, just sitting at the dinner table. So when they say non-weight bearing, that's exactly what they mean. Don't put your foot on the floor. So I'm learning. Anyway, so now that means, now that I know that's what's going to happen, even though I'm getting better, yeah, I just have to take it, minute by minute. So if you're watching, say good morning to us. I'm watching in the in the live chat here on Facebook, so I can see I can't see who's with us, but I can see that there are 3 people watching. So if you're watching, say good morning, so we can say good morning to you. So we said good morning, Sonia. Thank you so much for joining us. Anyway, let's get to the fun stuff, all the stuff that you guys like to know about. Okay, so classes, you guys, I'm having such a hard time scheduling these classes because there's just so much stuff going on. So, we're planning to go to Quilt Market this year. And so I was like, well, I could schedule that. Well, so we're going to be gone through the thing. And I'm like, okay, so I've got some time in October. So I'll sit down and I'll look at some times in October. Okay, so that's fine. We'll get there. Then I'm like, but what about November? Okay, well, Thanksgiving's coming and people don't. You know what? I'm just going to schedule stuff. If you guys want to show up, that's great. And I think what I'm going to do is, I am pretty connected in the community. I'm on lots of different group pages, and I watch the chatter, and I, especially one of the ones that I really like is is predominantly younger people, and it's a mix. It's a mix of it's just a mix of everyone. And so what happens is, you know, they ask these questions, and someone asked on there, what would you like to see your local quilt shops offer you? Which I, as an owner, you know, as a manager and as, you know, as a, you know, helping the owner out here, you know, I'm always thinking about how do we include the working families, the working people, the people that are not necessarily working, but they have small children at home, so they can't necessarily come in and take classes during the week. You know, what can we do as far as shopping? You know, what kind of, you know, accommodations can we offer for, you know, let's say that someone's at home with children and they want to come to the quilt shop, but they're afraid to bring their young children. Like, you know, here, we don't care. Bring them babies, because we're all about kissing some babies around here. But, you know, some people, they have a really hard time with that. They don't want to, they feel unwelcome in some shops, which is really just, it's bizarre to me why anyone would have a business like this and be unkind. Like, for real? Come on. So anyway, sorry, that was my soapbox. I apologize. So I'm thinking about maybe doing, you know, definitely offering, if we're doing any clubs, definitely offering those clubs on Saturday instead of during the week, because it excludes a lot of our quilters from participating. If they're working during the week, they can't participate in anything that we're doing if we do it at a 1 o'clock or a 2 o'clock on a Wednesday. It just doesn't help them. So my goal, you know, within the next, you know, few months is to try to start offering some of these. So we've talked about the Table Runner Club, and I really would like to make this available to the masses. So I have some unique things. I'm also going to completely restructure some of our classes. You know, I've taught the beginning quilters class several times now, and I don't feel like that we're developing the skills that people need to become, you know, proficient quilters. And it's on me, because I want to try to cram everything into 4 weeks and have them do all kinds of different things. And some of them haven't even developed the skill of sewing an accurate 1/4 of an inch seam before we move on and learn something else. So I'm going to be doing some restructuring. So look for some of that to come up. There will be some classes that we're going to teach that are going to be like, oh, I've been quilting for a long time, but I'd like to learn how to do this, or I'd like to just spend a couple of hours in the, you know, with my community. We are definitely going to have a slow stitchers club, and what I mean by that is people that English paper piece, people that cross stitch, and people that embroider. And if you're hand appliquing, that's considered part of our slow stitchers club. We're definitely going to have that club, because I like to slow stitch and I want to get back to that. And so I'm just going to have a club, because if I have a club, then I can sit down with everybody and participate, right? I mean, basically we're going to have coffee, we're going to have tea, we're going to have water. I'll provide that. You guys show up. We're going to sit, we're going to stitch, we're going to talk. We're just going to have some community. We need to get back to that. That is what quilting was about. It was about having community. So because this whole class thing came up, then I started doing some thinking, and then I saw that from the young people on the Facebook, I was like, I need to restructure some of this a little bit so that we can offer some things that we haven't been offering. And I have the ability to do that. My children are grown. You know, I'm not in the worst of health, but I'm young enough that I can, you know, Mom and Kate can come during the morning and run, and then I can come later in the day and stay later in the evening. And I think it will just be, I think it's going to be great. So those are some things that I'm working towards. Obviously, I have to plan this stuff with Mom and Kate, because the whole shop runs as a unit. So with me not being here, it's really hard. It's hard to do that stuff. So Table Runner Club definitely is in the works. I did sit down. I looked at all the patterns. I'm coming up with, you know, incentives to offer for participating in that Table Runner Club. And so that is going to happen. Okay. Blocks of the month. Let's talk about blocks of the month. So I have a surprise for you today. Chatsworth is finished. You guys have got to see this quilt. It is amazing. It is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Starts the second week of September. So what day is that going to be? Let me look at my calendar here. Let me look at my calendar. Well, I want to look at a calendar, but that's not the calendar. This computer is not cooperating. Can you tell me what the second Saturday of September is? This Saturday is the 6th. So the next one is at the 13th.
September 2nd, yeah.
13th. Okay, so September 13th, first pickup for Chatsworth block of the month. Be here, be square. Listen, we have 4 spots. I have a kit cut for me, but I decided that because we only have a couple of spots, that if after I show this, you guys are going to want to do this. So if we need to, we have an extra. So we've got 4 spots. Okay, we have 4. So I'm gonna show you that from here. I have to zoom in, so just bear with me here because I can't walk. So this is just the easiest way to do this. Okay, look. This is Chatsworth, you guys. This is it finished. I really want to get it up close. Okay. I'll try to get a little closer. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness, now I can't get this thing to go back out. What? No, it's okay. So this is Chatsworth. Mom did one of our snowflake things. Good morning, Cynthia. And this is it. Good morning, Cindy. Good morning, Terry. Okay, so this is, good morning, Bev. Bev, I hope I see you real soon. Hopefully you're in the parking lot. Okay. So this is it. Okay. All right. So we have 4 spots left for that. We have 4 spots left for that. Okay. If you're just now tuning in, you can watch the replay. I showed Chatsworth. Anyway, it turned out wonderful. The binding we put on it is black just because we had some of that black. It just tones all that red and gray down. It's still a Christmas quilt, but it tones everything down so it's not in your face Christmas, okay? The background fabric, it's Magic Dot. It's the Christmas Magic Dot, so it's like green and red, and it's just really soft. So again, we have 4 spots for this. The cost is, now see, don't give me a line. Let me get the binder out because the cost on this is, I think this is a super.
Yeah, the first month is going to have the.
Super reasonable. I think the first month is the most expensive. Where's it at?
Because give them the 6 yards of the.
Okay. So we're gonna talk about this so that if you haven't heard how we're doing this. Okay. So this is how this is gonna work. It's 14 months, so it's a slow one. We started it now so that hopefully everybody can have it for next Christmas. Obviously, you guys know that we pre-cut all of our blocks of the month. So when you say you're gonna sign up, we need you to stick to that commitment because we have everything pre-cut. So if you come in by 3 months and then you're just like, I don't want to finish, that really, it's hard for us because then we're left with, the last 11 months of this. Let's say, for instance, we do this one. So it is here. It is pre-cut. So if you are one that wants to do 2 or 3 months at a time, you have the option to do this. This one also has foundation paper piecing. So if you have never done foundation paper piecing and you want to learn how to do foundation paper piecing, this is the project to get involved in because I will teach you how to do that for free. You will not have to come and take a separate class for that. It will be part of your kit. It's included for free as part of your block of the month. Okay, the first month is going to be $49.97. And the reason that the first month is so expensive is because we are going to give you your first block, the first block pattern, plus all of your background fabric. We could not figure out another way to do it other than to give you all, and you need 6 yards of background fabric. There's a lot of background fabric in this quilt, and so you need 6 yards of background fabric. Did you have a lot left over?
Yeah, we got a little bit left over.
Yeah, so you'll have some left over. You won't have a whole lot. So while 6 yards of background fabric sounds like a lot, I mean, this has a lot of background in it. Okay? And so $49.97 to get started. And then every month after that, it's $12.65. So first month, high. Next few months, very little cost, less than $13. So good deal. And like I said, throwing in foundation paper piecing lessons for free. Now, you know, all of that includes the cost of the papers for your foundation paper piecing. And you will also get the whole pattern up front because it is in a, we don't have one here, do we? Oh, we do. The pattern is in this, it's in a spiral bound book, right? So it's in a nice metal spiral bound book. Now, let me also tell you why this is such a good thing to do. There are bonus patterns in here. There is a bonus quilt that he has planned for you using these flying geese blocks. Braided flying geese is what they're called. There is a bonus table runner pattern. There is a bonus topper in here. So bonus patterns on top of that, okay? So this is a good thing. It's something, and if you've not participated in a block of the month, please do so. Now, if those of you out in YouTube world, if you want to participate in this block of the month, call our shop. We're happy to set you up as a subscription and mail it to you. So it'll be the cost plus shipping. That's it. And we're happy to mail it to you, and you will get it in time so that you can participate in this block of the month with us. Okay, so we're expanding a little bit here. We're trying to catch some of the crowds that are not necessarily local to us. Okay, just call the shop. Numbers 254-694-0084 for those of you that are new here. Okay, so those of you that are my Facebook regulars, you know the number. You know where to call. Okay, all right. The next thing I'm going to show you, this is a preemptive showing. You know we have the Quilt Room Block of the Month with Heather Briggs coming. That'll start in January. You know we have one called Block Party. Now on the website, I did put up Block Party and I did put up the Quilt Room. So those are showing on our blocks of the month. Chatsworth is up there. The cost is not on there. I just put up there what we had. But I'm going to preemptively show you one that we're going to do, and I'm going to show you the fabrics, okay? So we're going to do Turn Back Time, which is the Sally's Stitches. That's what it was written for. It was written for Modus Fabrics, Sally Stitches by Betty Chutchin. This is her pattern. The only thing that we did was recolor it because we did not, we wanted to use the Wheatland fabric instead of the Sally Stitches fabric. We like, and you know, here we have to, you know, we got to make choices about what we order, and we liked the Wheatland fabric. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the Wheatland fabric. So I'm going to take this down. Let's see if this thing is going to behave. Okay, perfect. Reset itself. Okay, so this is Wheatland. Okay, this is our Wheatland fabric. And this is the fabrics. Now, we are not going to be using, I know this is one of the fabrics that we'll be using. Well, that blue one that just went by, that one. I think we're using that fabric. We are using some of the fabrics in this colorway. As a matter of fact, I think this is one of them. Okay. We're definitely using that one. But this is the Kansas Troubles Wheatland. Okay. And I know we're using this one, and we're using that one in the blue colorway. And then we've also got the burgundy colorway that we're going to use that. Okay, so anyway, So this is the fabric. We have these layer cakes here in stock if you want to come in and purchase a layer cake of this because, you know, people love Kansas Troubles.
We got jelly roll too.
Oh, we got jelly rolls? Okay, we got jelly rolls too, you guys. So we have pre-cuts. Now, I'm just going to show you this. Again, I recolored this for the purposes of us. This is not something that we're going to give out. This is just for purposes of you can see what it's going to look like. We are going to actually make a sample, and then you'll really be able to see what it's like. But this is what it's going to look like when it's done, okay? So this is using the Wheatland fabric, and this is Turn Back Time. The Sally Stitches fabric, this is the Turn Back Time Block of the Month by Betty Chutchin. Okay, so I just recolored it. That's all I did was recolor it. Mine doesn't exactly match her. It's not exact. I don't think my measurements are exact, but I needed to get some visual idea of what it would look like and figure out where to place all the fabrics, okay? So we'll get the sample sewn and then we'll be starting this. So if you like Kansas Troubles and you want to do a block of the month. Now, this is not a beginner quilt, you guys. This is not a beginner quilt. This is a quilt that somebody's got some experience doing some piecing and they've got some experience doing some applique because this has a combination of both, okay? So we will be offering this block of the month. Okay. So that's blocks of the month. We talked about classes. We talked about blocks of the month. Well, I'm not going to put this back up because now we're going to get to the fun stuff. Let's talk about the products. Okay. Thank you, Judy, for that comment. It's beautiful. Thank you. We appreciate that for the Chatsworth comment. Okay. So we always get a few things in, and this was one of the things that we got in. This is called the Perpetual Calendar. Okay, so this is a block a day perpetual calendar. All right. And I'm not going to open this because we want to keep these as nice as we can, but every day has a new block. So you can dig in this is what's cool about this. You can make 365 blocks just by digging in your collection and making one of these blocks. Block a day. Block a day. If you wanted to learn some new techniques, make some different blocks, 365 square sampler quilt. Okay. It does not say in here. It has full color in, it does not say what size these blocks are, but again, it has all the directions and you just sew one every day. Okay, and the retail cost on this is $21.95. And it's not, it doesn't have the days on it. It just has like June 1st, June 2nd. So it's not dated so that you can continue to go through it again and again and again. So that's why it's called perpetual. This is really cool. It opens up and it stands, so it's like at an angle. So it's actually going to be like this. So you'll actually be able to see your block. Really cute. Really, really cute. We got those in. We think those are really cute. Okay. Now, they all said Kate said I showed this last time, but Panel Perfect. So if you've got panels, you want to do a quilt, we've got these 3-yard quilts, Panel Perfect. Now, I know I did not show this one. This one is Scrap Quilting by Wendy Shepherd, okay? She offers, this is Annie's Attics, so these books are very reasonably priced. Let's see, the cost has gone up a couple of dollars, but everything's gone up. So you get all these in here. Scrap Quilting with Wendy Shepherd, okay? This one's super scrappy, okay? Cute, cute, cute quilts, okay? So there's 2, 4, 6. There's 8 quilt patterns in here for $16.99. So a little over $2 a piece, which you can't buy a single quilt pattern for $2. Well, unless you buy the Villa Rosa patterns, but okay. All right. Then I'm not sure if I showed this. This is called Autumn Forest. This is by designer Lynn Warm for Moda. And we have these in Autumn Forest. I don't know if I showed this last time. I might have. But these are some of the fabrics that are in here. Lots of mushrooms, flowers, these are fall colors. Okay, so definitely fall colors. This one has deer on it and little hedgehogs, little bunnies. Not children's fabric, but pretty cute. Okay, so we have these layer cakes. I don't know if we have any other pre-cuts of this, but we definitely have the layer cakes. Okay, the other thing that we want to show you, we did not show you this. Mom, can you come help?
Sure.
Okay, so last week, we showed you 2 kits from Healing Garden. And we got in long ways. Yeah. Okay. We got in these. And we did not show this last week. So we have a panel to make an apron. Everything you need to make this apron is on this panel. Okay? No other fabrics required. There's some bonus flowers on here. Can you come a little closer, Mom? A little closer. There we go. There are some bonus flowers on here that you can applique. Okay? But this is the Healing Garden apron. Here's your ties. Okay, necktie. And this one is nice because it has ties for the neck. It doesn't have that loop where you just, that adjustable loop that's never really comfortable. You can just tie it. Okay, thanks, Mom. Okay, cute. And then the other thing that we got in a couple weeks ago that I did not show you is this. So we love our Bluebonnet fabrics. We like Dan Morris. And so Dan Morris, he designs for QT. And he's actually the designer that did the design for the 2025 Shop Hop. He also designed the 2026. So Dan Morris and his kids, the Morris Creative Group, they've designed this fabric. It's called Grab Bag Season 3. Basically what these are is these are some one-offs that they've created. And so, and QT offers those. And so we purchased these one-offs. Okay, so there's these 2. They're the exact same in 2 different colorways. It's not white, but it's not gray. So it's like in between. It's just a muted gray-white. This is the navy. And then we have the Bluebonnet fabrics, which are on a, and these would be like if you were fussy cutting, these circles would make fussy cutting very easy. Okay, so we've got it on a baby blue background and then on a navy background. Okay. Okay, that's it. That's all I got today. That was a lot still. All right. So, thank you so much. We're going to close it out here today. I've kept you guys long enough. If you stayed till the end, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being part of our community. And thank you even more for letting us be part of your community. Without you guys here, we would not be able to do this. And we are just so grateful, thankful, and blessed that we actually get to do this as a job. So you guys enjoy this beautiful weather, and we will see you next week. Thanks. Bye.